Diddy's explosive legal battle just took an unexpected twist, and it involves celebrity lawyer Tony Busby facing humiliation in court. Rumors swirl about Jay-Z's possible involvement. Diddy's legal team is in chaos, and shocking federal charges threaten to derail his career for good. Buckle up, because Hollywood drama has never been messier.
Sean Combs, P. Diddy, the Grease Man, had a team of lawyers to help fight the legal side of the freak-off allegations. Anthony Rico decided that he couldn't defend Diddy anymore. He basically said that he represented him to the best of his ability, but he can no longer continue on the case. Did not specify what was the baby oil bottle that broke the camel's back. Left largely to speculation.
But this is particularly noteworthy, of course, because it's not like Anthony Rico's not like a lot of good criminal defense lawyers. He is very willing, generally, to defend
all manner
of things, yeah,
including Osama bin Laden.
Yes,
I think
that was the
was
invitation.
that the sentence Spike you were?
It started as one of Hollywood's biggest legal showdowns. Sean Diddy Combs, legendary music mogul and entrepreneur, faced an onslaught of serious accusations. The spotlight quickly shifted onto Tony Busby, the renowned attorney from Houston, Texas, who had aggressively filed over a dozen lawsuits against Diddy in New York. At first, it appeared Busby's fierce reputation and extensive legal experience might put Diddy in a tough spot, but no one could have predicted how quickly the tables would turn. In a stunning courtroom revelation, a federal judge in New York uncovered a critical oversight Tony Busby. Despite his legal fame and extensive history litigating high-profile cases, was not licensed to practice law in that specific federal district. This unexpected discovery wasn't just an embarrassing slip-up, it was a serious legal misstep that shook the foundation of Busby's carefully planned case against Diddy. Because of this shocking revelation, the federal court ordered Tony Busby to immediately step down from the cases he'd passionately built against Diddy. This wasn't just a minor procedural hiccup, it was an abrupt and humiliating blow, forcing Busby into the awkward position of publicly admitting his mistake. In his own words, Busby described the oversight as an unfortunate error in judgment. But for many watching closely, the damage was already done. With Busby out of the picture, fans and legal analysts alike began speculating how this dramatic development might affect the future of Diddy's ongoing legal battles. Would this unexpected turn give Diddy a strategic advantage, potentially weakening the lawsuits filed against him? Or would the public embarrassment surrounding Busby's oversight only intensify scrutiny around the accusations, possibly prolonging the entire legal ordeal? As soon as this news broke, reactions poured in from across social media and the broader legal community. While some people quickly criticized Busby, arguing that such a high-profile attorney should never have made such an elementary mistake, others wondered aloud whether something deeper could be at play. Was this truly an innocent oversight by Busby, or could there be more complicated dynamics happening behind the scenes? Legal experts immediately weighed in, calling the situation highly unusual and questioning how such a respected attorney could overlook such a basic procedural requirement. Others speculated that the intensity and urgency of filing multiple lawsuits at once might have contributed to this critical oversight. Now, all eyes are focused on the aftermath. Will Diddy's legal team seize upon this opportunity to fight back even harder? Could new attorneys step into Tony Busby's shoes and keep the legal pressure on? Or does this setback spell disaster for the claims against Diddy? The stakes remain incredibly high. Any future move could drastically shift the direction of these lawsuits, potentially changing outcomes and affecting not just Diddy's reputation, but also Tony Busby's credibility as one of the nation's top attorneys. As always, we want your perspective. Do you think Tony Busby's oversight was an honest mistake? Or do you suspect there might be something more behind the scenes? And how will this twist affect Diddy's legal troubles moving forward? Let us know what you think in the comments below. And be sure to hit subscribe for updates as we follow every twist and turn of this evolving celebrity drama. But why exactly is Tony Busby's legal blunder being called one of the most embarrassing mistakes in recent legal history? And why does it matter so much? For starters, this isn't just about one attorney's simple oversight. Tony Busby isn't just any lawyer, he's a high-profile, powerhouse attorney known for tackling big names and tough cases. His involvement alone was enough to command attention. So when it was revealed he wasn't even licensed to practice in the very court where he'd launched these lawsuits against Diddy, the legal community and the public were stunned. Legal analysts and commentators quickly branded this as a humiliating mistake, one that no seasoned lawyer of his status should ever make. But beyond embarrassment, the fallout from Busby's error is serious. Critics argue this misstep damages his credibility in a significant way. Tony Busby has built his reputation as a...
Next tonight, here, new and disturbing accusations against Sean Diddy Combs. A Texas attorney tonight says he now represents 120 alleged victims, men and women, whose allegations span more than 30 years. The accounts of the alleged victims have not been fully vetted, but their accusations involve the kind of drug-fueled alleged sexual assaults described in a dozen civil lawsuits and the criminal case against Combs. Combs has pleaded not guilty to federal charges. His attorney tonight saying Combs emphatically denies any claim that he sexually abused anyone.
Fighter for high-profile clients, often representing victims and people who felt silenced. Now, his miscalculation casts doubt not just on his abilities, but potentially on the accusers he represented. Some worry this could unfairly impact the public perception of the serious accusations against Diddy, possibly undermining their legitimacy, or at least complicating their path to justice. Perhaps most damaging of all, some observers see this as proof that Tony Busby's personal ambition may have overtaken his professional judgment. From the very start, Busby was highly visible, making bold statements and actively courting media attention. His outspoken approach made him a lightning rod in this high-stakes drama. Now, with this major error revealed, critics suggest it paints him less as a dedicated advocate for justice and more as someone who allowed personal ambition and the spotlight to cloud his judgment. This entire incident is now reshaping how the public views not just Busby, but the entire case against Diddy. Will future attorneys handling high-profile celebrity cases learn from this mistake? Or is the fallout just beginning? We want your opinion. Has Tony Busby permanently damaged his credibility, or do you think he can bounce back from this scandal? And does this mistake affect how you see the accusations against Diddy? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe as we continue bringing you all the latest developments in this unfolding story. So, what exactly happens next for the lawsuits filed against Diddy? Now that Tony Busby has been forced to step aside, while the controversy around Busby's major misstep has thrown these cases into chaos, it's important to clarify one critical fact: the lawsuits themselves have not been dismissed. The accusations against Diddy are still very much alive, but the plaintiffs now face the unexpected challenge of needing new legal representation after relying heavily on Busby's aggressive approach. Quickly stepping into this high-stakes battle is Curist Law, a respected law firm that has announced its intention to take over representation for the plaintiffs. Curist Law's involvement indicates that, despite the setback, the legal battle against Diddy is far from over. Their decision to jump into such a complicated, highly publicized case signals that the plaintiffs remain determined and committed to moving forward, despite losing their initial powerhouse attorney. Meanwhile, Tony Busby isn't giving up easily. Sources suggest he's actively working behind the scenes to quickly resolve his licensing issue, hoping to regain approval and potentially rejoin the cases at a later date. But given the recent damage to his professional reputation, will the plaintiffs even want him back? And would his return ultimately help or hurt their case? This turn of events adds even more suspense to the ongoing drama, with new attorneys stepping in, and Busby possibly plotting a comeback. The legal strategy against Diddy could significantly shift in the coming weeks. How this will affect the lawsuit's chances of success is still anyone's guess. Now, we want to hear from you. Do you think Busby should try to rejoin these cases, or should he step back for good? And how do you think Curist Law's involvement will change the direction of the lawsuits against Diddy? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and make sure to subscribe as we follow every twist of this explosive story. While all this drama surrounding attorney Tony Busby is unfolding, let's not lose sight of the bigger, more serious picture. Diddy himself is currently facing some extremely severe federal charges that could reshape his life forever, right now. Sean Diddy Combs remains behind bars, incarcerated in a federal facility in Brooklyn, awaiting trial on charges that have left fans, followers, and the entertainment industry stunned. Among these charges are allegations of racketeering, conspiracy, trafficking by force, fraud or coercion, and transportation of individuals for the purpose of prostitution. The gravity of these accusations cannot be overstated. They aren't just damaging to his reputation, they potentially carry lengthy prison sentences if he's convicted. Originally scheduled to face trial earlier, Diddy's court date was recently pushed back, and the new date has now been set for May 12.2 2025. This delay came amid procedural complications, including those sparked by Tony Busby's sudden legal debacle, but it has done nothing to lessen the intense scrutiny and anticipation surrounding the case. The additional weight only adds tension and fuels speculation about how these charges might unfold in court. Fans and critics alike are closely watching the situation unfold. On one hand, Diddy's legal team is vigorously fighting the charges, asserting his innocence and promising to clear his name. On the other hand, federal prosecutors seem confident, backing their case with serious allegations and extensive evidence they claim will prove their accusations beyond a doubt. This raises the stakes higher than ever. As the public eagerly awaits the trial, debates rage online about whether these accusations will permanently tarnish Diddy's legacy.
What does P. Diddy's lawyer know? In a shocking turn of events, Anthony Rico, one of Sean Diddy Combs' defense attorneys, has abruptly withdrawn from the high-profile trafficking case. His statement, "Under no circumstances can I continue." But what could compel a seasoned lawyer to make such a sudden exit? Well, you see, Rico's departure comes just weeks before the trial, leaving many to speculate about undisclosed developments. Some suggest that new, damning evidence may have surfaced. Evidence so incriminating that Rico felt he could no longer defend his client ethically. And here's where it gets even more unsettling. If Rico, with his extensive legal experience, chose to step down now, what does he know that the public doesn't? Could this be the beginning of a larger unraveling, exposing truths that powerful forces have long kept hidden? Because if he is abandoning ship at this critical juncture, then...
Or if he'll manage to clear his name in one of Hollywood's most dramatic court battles in recent memory. Now we want your thoughts, given everything we know so far. What do you think will happen at Diddy's trial? Are these charges the end of his career? Or will he manage a comeback against all odds? Share your opinion below and make sure you subscribe, because we'll be here covering every single development as this shocking story continues to unfold. But if you thought Diddy's troubles stopped at serious federal charges and courtroom drama, think again. His problems are now extending far beyond the courtroom and into his own camp, where instability and turmoil are reportedly at an all-time high. Multiple lawyers from Diddy's once powerful legal team have abruptly quit in recent weeks, creating a wave of uncertainty around his defense. Sources close to the situation reveal that internal conflicts, frustrations over strategy, and mounting pressures from the massive scope of these criminal charges have pushed key legal advisors to their breaking point. Their sudden exits have left significant gaps at a crucial moment, further complicating Diddy's already challenging defense strategy. But it's not just lawyers jumping ship. Diddy's crisis PR team, responsible for managing his reputation during this unprecedented crisis, has also reportedly walked away. Handling public perception amid such severe charges is incredibly difficult, but the sudden departure of his crisis management professionals suggests that even seasoned experts are overwhelmed by the challenges surrounding Diddy's case. Perhaps the most surprising departure, however, came from his longtime publicist of more than 20 years, who resigned shortly after the highly publicized settlement with Cassie. For insiders, this was a stunning blow, signaling that even the most loyal members of Diddy's inner circle are losing confidence in his ability to weather this storm. This exit alone sent shockwaves through the industry, amplifying speculation about just how dire his situation has become. Adding to the turmoil, sources claim Diddy is now struggling significantly to fill these critical roles, replacing top-tier legal experts. PR professionals and crisis managers isn't just difficult, it's incredibly costly, especially when the stakes are this high. Potential candidates are reportedly wary of associating themselves with such high-profile controversy, which further isolates Diddy and raises questions about whether he can mount a successful defense without strong, experienced support around him. This internal chaos couldn't come at a worse time for Diddy. As he sits incarcerated, awaiting trial, the growing instability within his camp only adds to the uncertainty surrounding his future. Will he find the support he desperately needs to navigate these turbulent waters? Or is this the beginning of a downward spiral? He can't escape. We want your opinion. Does the turmoil inside Diddy's camp signal a bigger crisis ahead? Can he recover from this, or is his career now beyond repair? Drop your thoughts below and make sure you subscribe, because we'll continue to bring you every detail in this explosive celebrity saga. Just when you thought this explosive saga couldn't possibly get any crazier, a new, intriguing twist has emerged this time, involving none other than hip-hop legend and billionaire mogul Jay-Z. In recent days, shocking allegations have surfaced suggesting Jay-Z might have played a behind-the-scenes role in exposing Tony Busby's embarrassing licensing oversight. While nothing has been definitively proven, sources and online commentators alike are buzzing with speculation about Jay-Z's potential involvement. Could the iconic rapper really have had a hand in Busby's downfall? Or is this just another wild rumor spiraling out of control, fueling the fire even further? Tony Busby himself publicly hinted he's being deliberately targeted, suggesting that powerful, famous opponents are working overtime to discredit him. Although Busby didn't explicitly name Jay-Z, quickly connected the dots. Given Jay-Z's longstanding association and sometimes rivalry with Diddy, could this truly be a calculated power move by Jay-Z, perhaps motivated by deeper personal or business reasons? The speculation doesn't stop there. Online conspiracy theories have exploded.
When one of the lawyers who represented an Osama bin Laden co-conspirator quits your case, you're probably in trouble. Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're looking into why Anthony L. Rico has asked to be taken off Sean Diddy Combs' defense team. On Friday, February 21st, 2025, Rico submitted the unusual request to Judge Arun Subramanian saying, quote, "Although I have provided Sean Combs with the high level of legal representation expected by the court, under no circumstances can I continue to effectively serve as counsel for Sean Combs." Rico's shocking attempt at leaving the case comes in the wake of a Department of Justice letter rejecting Combs' claim that, quote, he is not aware of the nature of the charge pending against him. Amid swirling rumors that Combs' defense team is in shambles, an unnamed insider told Deadline that Rico's intended departure is, quote, not a good look if you ask me, not a strategy. Yeah, we'll say.
Proposing various dramatic motives behind Jay-Z's alleged involvement, some suggest Jay-Z could be motivated by revenge or self-preservation, aiming to protect his own carefully crafted image and business interests from any fallout connected to Diddy's legal battles. Others theorize Jay-Z is strategically distancing himself from the controversy by quietly influencing events behind the scenes, ensuring that none of Diddy's turmoil touches his own empire. While these theories are largely speculative, they've captivated fans and industry insiders alike. Jay-Z's involvement, real or rumored, adds yet another layer of complexity and intrigue to a case already overflowing with drama. Now we want to hear your thoughts. Could Jay-Z genuinely have played a role in Tony Busby's downfall? Or are these theories just wild Hollywood gossip? What motive do you think Jay-Z would have for stepping into this scandal? Share your ideas in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe, because we'll continue to unravel every twist and turn of this jaw-dropping celebrity saga. With so much chaos already surrounding Diddy's legal battles, the question now on everyone's mind is, what's next? As the trial date rapidly approaches, the drama is far from over. In fact, it's about to intensify even further. One major development everyone is eagerly awaiting is the release of the official witness list for Diddy's criminal trial, set to be revealed on April 15. This list is expected to include alleged victims who will testify against him, and its release could dramatically shift public perception and set the stage for what's anticipated to be one of the most watched trials in recent memory, fans.critics. And legal analysts alike will closely scrutinize every name on this list, searching for clues about how prosecutors intend to build their case against Diddy. In the meantime, legal teams on both sides are working tirelessly on pre-trial motions right now. They're battling fiercely over what evidence will be permitted in court, an absolutely critical step that could heavily influence the outcome of the entire trial. The stakes couldn't be higher. Every decision made in these pre-trial motions, whether evidence gets included or excluded, could be pivotal in determining Diddy's future, either paving the way for his defense or making it harder for him to escape conviction. Although Diddy maintains his innocence and has officially pleaded not guilty to every criminal charge, his situation continues to worsen. He's currently entangled in not just a handful, but dozens of active civil and criminal cases that remain unresolved. The sheer volume of legal battles facing him means he's fighting on multiple fronts, simultaneously, a strategy that's both costly and risky. And with his legal team recently weakened by departures, the odds seem increasingly stacked against him. As we approach the trial, questions loom large. Can Diddy's weakened legal team regroup and mount an effective defense? Will the upcoming release of the witness list further damage his already troubled public image? Or could it provide opportunities to shift the narrative in his favor? We want your thoughts. Given all this turmoil, do you think Diddy stands any chance of overcoming these challenges? Or is this the beginning of the end for one of music's most influential figures? Let us know your opinions in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe, because we'll keep bringing you every dramatic twist in this story as it happens. Tony Busby's dramatic exit from Diddy's case is undoubtedly a major turning point, perhaps not directly impacting questions about Diddy's guilt or innocence, but certainly affecting the momentum, structure, and public perception of the ongoing legal battle, while Busby's credibility has taken a massive hit. It's important to remember that the court cases against Diddy remain very much alive, moving steadily toward trial. Now, all eyes are locked onto May 12th. The date set for Diddy's criminal trial, a trial already being described as potentially the most explosive and high-profile courtroom drama of the entire year, with countless questions still unanswered. This case promises more twists, turns, and revelations in the weeks ahead. And speaking of questions, would you be interested in a clear, side-by-side breakdown comparing the civil and criminal charges against Diddy? If so, drop your request in the comments below. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss a single update. Because when Hollywood and the courtroom collide, you know the next bombshell is never far behind.